couldn't even give her an answer. I couldn't say yes or no because she turns to me, grabs me by the throat and face like this, pulls me in and holds my face there for 3 to 5 seconds. Which is different because when me and Savannah kissed, that's it.
Yeah, that's a different level of
so
assault right there.
I wanted to leave, and I couldn't. She had to drive me home. She said she was gonna give me.
Man, your friend should have really rocked her in. They're 17. I keep forgetting that they're 17. But still. Her friend should have rocked her in her shit, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, they really should have jumped her, to be honest with you.
Ain't never seen tears from a gangster, so why do we want me to cry?
She's literally the female version of Diddy. Now, I think the last thing that we all need is another person like Diddy on this planet. No cap. And we definitely don't need a female version of Diddy. I feel like that might open some doors to some shit that we don't want open. And of course, you already know we got your boy Omeezy in the building, always keeping us up to date to the weird shit going on in the world, you feel me? So let's go ahead and dive right into it, man, and see what's going on.
What if I told you TikTok had its very own female version, or should I say girl version, because yes, this is a story about kids. He did it. For those of you who don't know, there is a young TikTok creator named Ashley Barnes who has amassed an insanely large following of 2.5 million followers on the platform, has gotten 324 million likes on the platform, but recently has lost over hundreds of thousands of those likes due to a bunch of allegations from different co-stars, people who have hung around her, and just people who are in her vicinity claiming that she has done some of the most damning things in the world. Now truly, if you're not on TikTok, these names aren't going to ring too many bells, but stick with me through this because honestly what we're about to go over is some very sick things. On July 15, 2025, fellow TikToker Brad Mason released the first portion of his series of events recalling him being with Ashley and there being some disturbing, and I mean disturbing, things that were going on.
So like I said, it was the 6th of July. Go back to the hotel, like it's getting late, like we're with like her roommates. She like starts like spraying pheromone spray. Like it's a nice friendly environment. And then she starts like pressuring everyone. Do this, like doing like stuff, like drinking stuff they shouldn't be drinking and like taking stuff they shouldn't be taking. After like she starts like doing that, then it just becomes more and more weird. She's like drunk. I feel like at this point she was drinking a good amount. We all like kind of like see like, okay, something's really off here. She's like, okay, this is getting boring, let's play dare or drink. So then she wanted to play dare or drink, right? She kept wanting people to make out with everyone. And I think I told her to do a handstand, do a cartwheel, like, you know, something like dumb, kind of like to like get the game over with, kind of like forcefully making out with her roommate. Actually like grabs her by the face and starts like making out with her. She like pulls away and then actually she like grabs her by the throat and pulls her back in, and she's like, what? Like she's like clearly does not
whoa. Hey now, look, your friend, she ain't comfortable. You need to relax. You feel me? You need to relax. She ain't comfortable right now. And then what's up with girls turning gay when they be drinking and going drunk? I don't understand that. A lot of, hey, I'm gonna need some ladies to explain that in the chat. Like, whatever female is watching me, the small percentage of females is watching me, I need you to explain why y'all turn gay whenever y'all get drunk. Explain that. It's like something just takes you over or something. But no, that's wild.
Point, like we took stuff that we had no clue like what it was. Like we thought it was just normal stuff, but clearly it wasn't. Her roommate's like,
first of all, what do you mean by you was just taking stuff? And not just that, if you don't know what it is, why would you consume it? I know peer pressure can be like, you know what I'm saying, like a bitch sometimes, but like you gotta learn how to say no. Like really stand up for yourself, have some backbone, bro. You got to, especially you as a guy, like. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro.
Actually, I dare you to stop asking people to make out. And she's like, no, I'm drinking. Like, I'd rather drink instead of like that happen.
Off the bat, these are accusations of spraying some sort of pheromone spray, I guess to heighten their, you know, inhibitions, getting them drunk and intoxicated. Mind you, these people are underage as hell. We're talking about people who are 17 years old, which begs the question, why the hell are they in these hotel rooms in the first place by themselves? How are they even accessing alcohol like this? There's a whole bunch of questions that arise. And then more importantly, forcing them to conduct kissing actions even though they are not, you know, wanting to participate in any of these things. And it gets worse from here.
Like, gets these gummies, and then she's like, oh, like, they're just gummies. She tries shoving it in her roommate's mouth, like, take it. So she bites off a little bit, just like get her to stop. And then she comes up to me with a different one. It was like a blue one. She's like, Brad, take this. I'm not taking. I'm not taking whatever it is. I'm not taking. Like, clearly you've already done something that you should not have done. Like, you gave me something that you did not like. It's not what you like really said it was, and I know who that's really what it was. And she's like, oh, take this gummy, like shoving it in my face. And I'm like sitting back, like on my phone, like, no, like I'm good.
At that point, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh shit. At that point, bro, you should have hit her with a. You should have learned from Randy Orton and hit her with a mean RKO. You didn't hit her. You RKO'd her. It's a difference. It's a big difference. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't count as hitting if you RKO her. You know what I'm saying? Stand up for yourself, man.
She tries like forcing herself on this person, and like when I tell you, like laying down, like on the bed, like walks over, gets in front of me, gets up, like this person gets up to get out of the way, and like kind of like not pushes her, but like, you know, like stay away, like kind of like that thing, like did not push her in any way. But comes like, no, like, don't do this. And then she could just not take no for an answer. She kept trying to, like, force herself. And she's like, why can't we just do stuff? Like, come on, like, we're friends. And then kind of like saying, friends don't do that.
I know the joke about people being like P. Diddy is very much overstated, but this person, Brad Mason, is describing a situation in which these people were alcoholed up, drugged up, and then forced to do acts by their friend Ashley Barnes. And Brad goes into detail as to all of the personal effects that she had in this drawer. It's gonna get real disgusting, but he also has video proof of these things to depict that she has these drawer, this deviant drawer of nastiness waiting for her friends to come to the room unexpected and get them in video so she can take advantage of them.
I have, like, we like go into this drawer next to like the bed, and she has 2 pairs of like handcuffs, not like normal ones, like fluffy ones, like, you know, handcuffs like that. She has like, you know, this kind of like gel, like it's called it's like kind of like a happy Indian gel. It's like when you, like, you know, when you're doing stuff with someone and they, like, you know, kind of finish in a way. She has lube. She has like a vibrator.
Oh, he's 17.
She has those gummies to make you, like, you know, want to do stuff. She's boys wants girls.
She into some real deal, like freak shit, for real deal freak shit. I wonder how this person even came across. Well, he has a good amount of followers too, but if she is young too, 17, I know he said that this dude and the other girl were like, you know what I'm saying, 17, but if old girl herself is within the age, I wonder how she came across that stuff. But then again, with said money, I mean, anything is possible, so.
And liquid ones. So right here is me finding, like, in the drawer the next morning, this is Liquid Love Bites, which is like horny gummies. That's orgasm gel, that's lube. That is,
man, she got the whole entire package.
Right here, those are like the male ones. She has her shots in there. That's a vibrator, by the way.
She has everything, bro.
More of those things, more shots. 2 things of like handcuffs, and then she has pheromone spray. That's what she kept spraying.
I cannot stress to you enough, this is a 17-year-old TikTok creator. We've talked about how you stars can be, you know, brought up in this lifestyle and, you know, then taking on that lifestyle and putting it onto others, you know, becoming the assailants to the victims. I'm trying to be very careful as to what to say here, because what I'm hearing in real time is somebody who seemed to be hairbrushed groomed into a situation in which they are now taking advantage of their friends, making them now victims. We have all the people who are part of this situation on TikTok, so they are able to tell their tale from their perspective.
Like, even before Capri came over, you guys think about this, she was running around cleaning the whole hotel. She's like, I need to get this thing good. Like, this is my way into, like, you know, getting into the streams and all that stuff. So her plan was to kind of...
This nigga right here in the front look like he done seen some shit. Like, he look like he done seen some things, bro. He just nodding his head back and forth like, yeah, bro, speaking straight facts. You know, like, he looked traumatized.
Use him and get with him so that way.
Oh, let me go back a little bit.
Plan was to kind of, use him and get with him so that way.
Something look cut out right there. Am I tripping?
Plan was to kind of, use him and get with him so that way use it as blackmail. So she would tell Piper, hey, like Capri cheated. So she was gonna blackmail him to get all the streams and then the YouTube videos and just basically blackmail him for clout. So that was like her reasoning, which is like what she told me.
Also, she kept enunciating that she was Piper's best friend. First of all, not true at all. But if you were such a close friend of Piper, why would you try to get with her boyfriend?
It's the same thing as saying I'm a lesbian, we can just hook up.
And that's what she was saying. Why not do it because we won't remember it? She kept saying that a lot.
You kept saying like, I have a girlfriend, and she was like, well then drink more because you'll forget it. Yeah. And once you guys left, she like told me.
That's a crazy statement.
What are you doing? She was like, no, you don't get it, Susie. I'm a lesbian. I want you. I don't even want Capri because you just don't get it. I just need to be in the videos.
This is now 4 other TikTok creators corroborating each other's stories about the incident that is happening with Ashley Diddy Barnes in the hotel room. They're all talking about different instances where she attempted to drug them all, where she attempted to get them all drunk, where she attempted to have intercourse or relations with Capri as some sort of blackmail, where she attempted to have intercourse with the other 2 girls because they wouldn't remember. And I'm proud of these kids for having the balls to ultimately stand up.
Man, Diddy's name will never be able to recoup from the damage that it has now. Anytime anything revolve around that nigga's name, bro, it's just gonna forever be hilarious or something gay, like straight up.
Or what is right and speak out about a situation. Now, is there things that they could have learned and not done or, did differently in the situation? For sure. But as I look at these people on the screen, I can't help but hold myself back from tears rolling down my face because these are literal children. They look like children. I mean, it's crazy that they are going through this experience with somebody who is also a child as well. They talked about the many times they tried to escape the situation, but ultimately could not because Ashley Diddy Barnes would take their phone, or they couldn't just take them to the house of Piper Capri's girlfriend because they were ultimately strangers. I'm just glad that they got out of that situation as unscathed as possible. But it would be crazy to say, and it is crazy to say, there's even more people that have been coming out laying claims down on Ashley Diddy Barnes and the things that she did to manipulate them, get them drunk, do all these nasty, creepy, weird things to them.
My name is Melina McGunn.
My name is Savannah Jacobs.
And we are here to speak about the truth of our first-hand experience with the creator. And we were silenced and isolated for a long time, and we couldn't speak about it because we were genuinely scared of what this creator would do.
I'm not allowed to say names for legal reasons, but we are here to talk about...
I can, Ashley Barnes. Disclaimer, me and Savannah have been friends since second grade. We make jokes, and we will always make jokes. Any close friends make jokes like this. I was sitting there and Savannah said something, I don't recall what it was, but I was like, stop before I kiss you, and we just giggled. Ashley turned and said, do it.
We kind of looked at each other like weird and confused. We're like, no, like, haha, that's, like, we don't do that.
I made a joke and I said, $250, give me $250. And she said, okay.
Not thinking she would actually give Melina the $250.
So when we were sitting there, she wanted us to just peck. We kept saying no. It took us 10 minutes to finally do it because we just wanted her to shut the fuck up. After that, it doesn't end there. She then goes and says, do it again. I want to go in the back seat and I want to be in the middle.
What?
Again, probably took us another 10 minutes because we did not want to do this. We did not want to do this, but we had no other choice. She was literally getting upset. For us to do it the second time, she said she'd give me another $250.
I really want to say, like, you really actually did have the choice, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's 2 of y'all and 1 of her, but, like, at the same time, like, they kids. So, peer pressure is a little bit more intense when you're around that age, or especially over the influence of somebody else. But
so, I would get $500 to kiss Savannah twice. I felt so uncomfortable and I didn't know what to do, but we were stuck in this car and she was my ride home and I just wanted to go home. After this, she turned to me and she goes, if she can kiss you,
Manipulation
I
at
can
its
kiss
finest,
you.
y'all.
And I was like, what? And she was begging. She said, please, like, that's like hypocritical, like, why can't I kiss you? Savannah did it, like, she got to do it, I didn't, why can't I do it?
What is that?
And Savannah literally had nothing to say. She was like, I don't know. Savannah had no other
Yeah,
choice.
manipulate.
She really couldn't
That's
say
straight
no
manipulation
because
at its
she was gonna do
finest,
whatever
yo.
she wanted. I couldn't even give her an answer. I couldn't say yes or no because she turns to me, grabs me by the throat and face like this, and pulls me in and holds my face there for 3 to 5 seconds. Which is different because when me and Savannah kissed, it was, that's it.
Yeah, that's a different
I
level
felt
of
so
assault
uncomfortable
right
after.
there.
I wanted to
Nah.
leave and I couldn't. She had to drive me home. She said she was gonna give me.
Man, your friend should have really rocked her in her. They're 17. I keep forgetting that they're 17. But still. Her friend should have rocked her in her shit, if I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, they really should have jumped her, to be honest with you. But, hey.
$750 for that.
Man, that is some sick ass shit. No other ways to put it. Ashley Barnes is going around manipulating her friends, coercing them into doing acts, paying them for these acts, drugging them, getting them drunk, doing all sorts of things, and
that's definitely Diddy activity right there. I cannot disagree with that 100%. That's Diddy activity. No cap.
Parents in all of this stuff. The oldest person in the situation is 18, and I think the youngest person was like 15 in this situation. The sad part about this is that this is all too common when kids are introduced to money, power, fame, and acts from adults. They then pass those things on to their friends who may be unexpecting or don't know what to do. As I sit here and listen, and you listen to every account from every kid in this situation, it is clear that they are kids who are none the wiser as to what goes on. I mean, they just seem so innocent, and have their innocence robbed by somebody that they deem to be a friend, or at least thought was a friend, is honestly heartbreaking. And it's not like anybody can even say that this is some new thing that happened with Ashley Barnes. Her dad in a TikTok previously kind of clocked that she was a manipulative person.
What character would I play in a movie?
You play an evil villain that's very, very manipulative and not at all clear that you're the villain. You'd be like the heroine that's actually the secret villain.
Hey Dad, your daughter's out here essaying people.
Yeah, that's
I
wild.
know it's a jokey joke for the tiki-talkies, but this
That's
is serious
wild.
now. Why I'm talking to the dad is because people have brought up to the father that Ashley is doing these weird and nasty and cool and manipulative things, only for him to then brush these things off and say that his daughter is a good person. Real father of the year type vibes.
This whole Ashley Barnes situation is so fucking crazy because also her dad is just offending her. He's like, what's wrong with it? Don't be a bad friend. I mean, like, I feel like low-key drugging and trying to essay your friend as being a bad friend. I mean, what do I know about it? I mean,
the thing that I like most about modern day internet is that once we have situations or allegations or claims that happen here, you generally get responses in real time. Ashley Barnes took to a private account and she basically gave her regaling of the tales, and of course didn't take any accountability, but put everything off to a bunch of other things like incorrect medication and substance abuse issues, etc., etc. But she definitely did not acknowledge any of the victims that she had in the situation that she created.
But I just wanted to publicly apologize for the last 3 months of my life, and also just kind of the fact that I'm not the person that you guys followed when I started making content. And some people have commented saying like, I miss like when she used to do this kind of content, I miss when she used to do this. And I was like, yeah, you know, you grow and you change. And I kind of gave up on talking about important topics and posting videos about the things that I'm passionate about, because people online, especially these days, have gotten so mean. Like, tell me why I see so many people being like, bring back bullying, like all this stuff. What happened? What happened to the positivity? What happened to the caring for each other, building a community, mental health, like awareness? Why were we moving backwards? But it had gotten to the point where I was like, okay, whatever, I just need to get my videos in. And so I was just posting as bland as it could be, literally a dance, a lip sync, basic content, because it seems like it's so much easier to be consumed by the majority when it's not something that's hard to swallow, you know? But what I wanted to say is that I'm sorry. And I think going through this recovery journey and finding myself again has really like made me realize that I don't want to just accept defeat. I don't want to be this person. I want to do more. And it's bringing my passion back, and I love you guys so much.
Now, as you notice, she's not addressing any of this situation at all. She's not addressing her victim. She's not addressing any sorts of essay allegations. She's not addressing anything at all. Something that I would totally expect from somebody who is a manipulator, who has some sort of mental health issues, who is going through whatever, and is ultimately the villain that her father said she was. Two things I would like to note is that if her dad and her family knew that she had these sorts of issues, you know, ones that would have her trying to drug her friends, she and them probably have the responsibility of telling the friends that, hey, actually, he's not all the way up there. She's not. But two, and most importantly, to cover myself, there are a lot of people saying that that actually isn't an apology video to the situation, but that's because they're still Ashley Barnes defenders.
I am Ashley Barnes defender, and let me say why. I know a lot of you guys disagree, but I feel like I need to speak. First of all, she got subbed. It's very traumatizing, and when you get subbed, especially at such a young age, you start always thinking, and you think you have to be for people to like you. Second of all, we all know she has been very unwell lately, like she's on medication and has recently been very high and drunk, not like her usual self. Also, she is still a kid. She is a teen girl and is not adult yet, and it's very hard to explain this stuff to some people who have never been unwell before. She has gone through so much.
Now, I'm not a very big advocate of therapy or nothing like that because I don't really believe in it, but you know, that's what it sounds like this person needs, some therapy. Especially to heal from that type of trauma, because it doesn't seem like she's going to be able to recover on her own or anything like that.
Eating disorders, etc. She is green, so she is just trying to feel something, including things. Also, I would like to say that I still also feel bad for all the victims, and they didn't deserve it at all. But we have to understand she's going through a lot.
Before I even got into the story, I felt like this was the ultimate conundrum because just like Drake Bell, victims of SA tend to be perpetrators of SA. And we've seen this situation play out plenty of times before, whether it be Drake Bell, like I said, or R. Kelly, or truly anybody else who has experienced these things as a child tends to ultimately be a perpetrator of those actions later on in life. So I do recognize and acknowledge that clearly this 15, 16, 17-year-old girl, because there was plenty of times when she was doing these things, has been through a lot in her actual life. And it is very sad. But there are also victims that she is creating by not properly getting the correct help. She's dangling fame, friendship, and fortune.
Man, moral of the story, bro. I'm just going to keep it nice and short. If you are a victim of, you know, this type of situation or anything like that, don't be afraid to seek help or, you know, really go out there and find somebody that's willing to like genuinely help you. Don't be afraid to do that and open up and speak up to somebody that you trust or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't do unto others either what you don't want done to you either. That's another thing of advice, because you know it's full circle. What goes around comes around. You know what I'm saying? And also be willing to stand up for yourself. You know, be willing to not let nobody tempt you into doing anything that you don't want to do, because you don't have to do it, and you gotta stand on that. No matter if they think you lame, whatever, or anything like that. Don't care. Don't care at all, bro. But with that being said, bro, this is the female Diddy. And I'm out, bro.
Ain't never seen tears from a gangster, so why the world want me to cry? Fighting depression, talk to them spirits, use them judges that help me get by. But I cannot lie, yeah, that shit hurt me bad when I got that call, told me you died. Like how the fuck can they take you? Man, I hope I wake up, it's a lie. Couldn't walk to that hearse, cause I remember the words and I remember the look in your eyes.